Alright, you ready? Are you awake? Hello? Alright. As a man who values deep connection, I got a question for you, T. T. Jackson, you always are framing your verses and your music revolved around conversations of intimacy. So as someone who values deep connection, how do you feel about the sexualization of women? You know, are you the type of nigga to be like, oh yeah, like are you a luster or are you like deep lover? You know what I'm saying? Do you override your lust? I know every man has lust, so are you a person who easily overrides that, or do you fall victim to your lust too?
Yeah, I think I definitely fall victim to my lust, but I be aware a lot of the times because I think I'm good for like watching myself and like comparing my patterns and my reactions to certain things and shit like that. Because like a lot of the times I'll just see like in certain ways that I respond to a text message if I really like a girl or if it's just lust, you know what I mean? But I know sometimes my initial intention, that could be based off of lust or like if I like her, you know what I mean? Like I feel like fishing for me, it could be anything, but my reaction to it is more like that'll decide everything.
You just set the tone.
Yeah.
Okay, when you wrote your verse, you say, you know, I feel like we did a good job at setting the tone for the song revolved around satire and allegorical content. You know what I'm saying? We more so being sarcastic, right? We're coming from the perspective of a thirsty nigga talking to a woman. So like when you framed your verse or your bridge, I'd say, well, I guess that's like a little bridge, huh? Tension in the room. Okay. You know, kind of break down what you were saying. Is this like a seduction? Were you serenading? Like, what was the intention behind what you wrote there?
So, honestly, like my angle with it is knowing, like, kind of knowing that, like, women sometimes may not be aware of, like, what they are really getting into as far as, like leading with sex or, like how you just asked, like, do I, like, is it like a genuine crush or is it lust? Like, a women may not know, like, if you're leading with that, you may never know, you know, and sometimes you might find the right one who's, like, really a lover boy, but you lead it with sex first anyway, you know what I mean, and that could be your downfall, you know, so that's still the same, you know, you never know what you're getting into, but that was my angle writing that. It's like you fuck around and like block your blessing, not moving the right way.
Right, you're not moving in alignment with who you really, what you really want.
Like
a lot of people wear that mask.
Asking for, like,
exactly.
Asking for a faithful, but you
portraying yourself to be a one night stand
like this, right? Not knowing the one you did that with, like, oh, he only did it because you threw it at him, but he not really even like that. He just took it because you was throwing it at him.
Understood.
Yeah.
Fucking right. At ease. Top shit.
Okay, we're going crazy.
I want to cry, my baby. I want you to cry me, baby. You know it's time to show me some. I did the time, my baby. I want to cry, my baby. I want you to cry me, baby. You know it's time to show me some. I did the time, my baby. I want to cry, my baby. I want you to cry me, baby. You know it's time to get it on. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh. It's time to get it on.
Gangland.
Sound off, soldier.
So you know how they be saying, like, you know, men can't help but fuck everything they see walking, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you personally, how you feel about over-sexualizing women?
Man, I feel like there's so much more important shit to focus on, and women are like only one chapter, like, in the life of a man. And I'll say, like, I feel like I've been privileged to be the type of man that I am, like, in the vessel that I'm in and everything, to see see that because I feel like a lot of niggas they didn't assign themselves a higher meaning to life, and it puts them in a competitive state, you know, an egoic state to show off things as status symbols such as wealth and women. And so I feel like a lot of the thirstiness comes from how many hoes you're able to pull. Like, I think since I am such a reserved, focused type of nigga, it makes the demand for a man like me, it's almost like vice versa. Like, I see lust from the opposite sex more than I lust after the opposite sex.
Gotcha.
And I'm not even saying that from like an egotistical perspective, but it changes. It literally changes the whole everything. Sometimes I feel like a woman, like, or I could see how a woman would feel, because of how, like, it's like, dude, it's no substance in this. Now it's like, oh, come fuck me. Like, oh, what you gonna do? Oh, I want you to do this to me. And it's like,
damn,
what are we talking about right now? It's like I got shit to do. Like, like I'll play with you when I'm ready. Like, that's how I feel. Like, and I can see how. What I'm saying is, a woman constantly has a shit ton of suitors, right? All the time, people are pursuing a woman. So it's like, I can see how she'll be like, dude, like, this is old as fuck. Like, come with some other shit. You know what I'm saying? It's very rare that I'm going to be, like, when I was younger, I used to do that for shits and giggles. Like, I used to see a woman and be like, you know, like, why you looking at me like that? You know what I'm saying? What you trying to get into? You know what I'm saying? And then, like, it was kind of like a game, you know, but now that I've really taken my purpose seriously, I don't, it's like, if it happens type shit. But I've been celibate for months at a time. Like, I've been alone for months at a time now, so I'm thugging. Like, I'm really cool. The lust, it don't give me like how it used to give me. Because I see it, let me answer your question like this. Personally, right, I see it as a responsibility now. If I allow my lust to take over and I fuck this woman, and let's just say I really put her on her type shit, now there's going to be an underlying expectation for me to communicate a certain type of way, or to be consistent with fucking her the same way, or making time for her, you know what I'm saying? Or after we fuck, listening to how her day was and shit. And it's like,
from the jump.
Now that's a whole separate process of responsibility. You know, super responsibility and shit. So I always keep that in the back of my head. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to lust.
Got you, gang.